Welcome. The southern direction of the medicine wheel is one of fire and explosive growth that occurs during the course of a summer. Sun Bear describes this as the plant that poked its head through the soil and began to grow during the time of Wabun now needs to leaf out fully, flower, fruit, bear its seed, and prepare for the time of harvest. We begin a more directed form of exploration. The south is the place where many people seek their visions and ask the Creator to point them in the direction they should go. Often, after the Creator has made the direction known, people have to follow it so rapidly that they must learn to trust the Creator and not question their path. The paradox is that while all this open, outward, energetic activity is taking place, while we are learning to trust life and follow our own life path, the old trickster, the coyote, is prepared to do whatever he needs to in order to make us grow inwardly as well. The southern direction is a place of active growth and discernment. Jamie Sams describes it this way. We must face one of the most profound challenges on the second path, embodying the form of spiritual warriors and having the courage to face our internal weaknesses and free ourselves from habits, ideas, and emotions that belong to the past. Every time we go beyond a former limitation, we free some energy, which heightens our perception and shows us that the magic of life is still there, though it seems we had become blind to it. The rewards seem like acts of divine intervention that urge us to continue moving forward. Yes, some people get frightened along the way, but the south direction requires us to have faith in the process and in divinely orchestrated instances of magical or unexplainable moments. The clan of the southern direction is the Thunderbirds that Sun Bear describes this way. The Thunderbird clan is a clan of vitality and a clan of transformation. Fire can help humans or destroy them. Fire changes whatever it touches by reduction to base components. The Thunderbird can bring the life-giving rain or the lightning that destroys a forest or a home with one bolt. The fire can bring life-giving warmth or destruction. The volcano can build new parts onto the earth, or it can destroy things that already exist. Callahan describes the southern direction this way. The south is a time of understanding and manifestation. The present, what you are doing in the now. It can be thought of as a time when the young plant that sprouted from the buried seed reaches toward the sky. Jamie Sams and Sun Bear both point to the fact that we have to be aware of what we are growing in our garden. At this point on the medicine wheel, especially when we are not aware of what we are doing, we allow plants of all kinds to grow in the garden of our lives and minds. This is where we start to learn what the different seeds that we have sown produce. As we work this direction on the path of the medicine wheel, we start to develop discernment. For manifestation to work properly, we have to know the results of what we are undertaking. We learn that we prefer to add a secret ingredient of honey and red pepper juice to our spaghetti sauce because we learn that we like it sweet and hot. We may also discover that we can't leave out the extra clove of garlic that we didn't absolutely think we need. The southern direction is a time of experimentation, and it may take a few turns of the wheel before we start to plant only the seeds that we want to grow. We can even start to have an introduction to shadow work, which Jamie Sams describes this way. In the Mayan tradition, the great smoking mirror is a symbol of how life reflects our belief systems, and all that we hold internally as being true. The smoke that waves in front of the mirror is made up of the illusions we have created through ideas of separations contained in our beliefs. This list of illusions that we have bought into through media, ad campaigns, group beliefs, rumors, and gossip, the judgments of others towards us, and our own need to be liked or admired is staggering. On the second path, we are asked to begin to see these illusions and to call our energy back from being invested in those illusions, in order to free ourselves from the burden of carrying such limiting beliefs. The animal of this direction is cougar, according to Kathy L. Callahan, and one of the key words she used to describe mountain lion are passion, strength, and vitality. This level is associated with later childhood and adolescence. At that point, we have an idea of how things work, but we're very much in a stage of experimentation. For some, they may burn quickly through their vitalities. Others will develop slowly. Either way, it's when we return to this direction on the medicine wheel that we are a little wiser in our experiments because we start to recognize what we receive when we set intentions. This ties in perfectly with the separation that exists on the same level, on the level of alchemy. Calcination happens in the first stage, leaving behind the ashes, and only when we've reduced things down to the ashes by doing shadow work that we can start to discern which programming, called conditioning in psychology, is inhibiting our manifestation potential. We also learn that we are responsible for our lives because we realize that we are co-creating our reality with the Great Spirit. We can't point fingers at anyone but the person in that smoky mirror.